What Gina Carano does to destroy cancel culture in this new story that we have to talk about is absolutely epic. And of course, she knows a thing or two about cancel culture, as we all know, but she is also winning. She's fighting back, and that is something that the media absolutely despises about her. That is what the establishment hates so much about her, is that she not only survived cancel culture, she is owning it. She is fighting back. She is coming out stronger than ever. And this is something that they just can't stand. And of course, they are just livid about all of this. But let's go ahead and get into the story here and talk about this, because this is awesome. Gina Carano on Disney firing her from The Mandalorian and the dangers of cancel culture. I was fighting for my name. And as we all know, Gina Carano has been through the ringer with all of this stuff, right? Like she got basically just lambasted by everyone, by Disney and everything, fired by Disney, which is just insane because of things that she posted that were her own opinion on things. And not only that, but just, simple things to make people think. That is really what she got fired for at the end of the day, was posting things that made people think outside of the box, or think for themselves, or think outside of the Hollywood woke narrative and everything else. And of course, they hate that, which is why they continue to try to come after her in these different ways. But we have to also keep in mind that she not only went through that, she is winning, okay? Gina Carano is absolutely just winning at everything that she is doing, and that is so awesome to see, and that's something that we need to give more focus to. But in this interview here, she talks about her new movie, which from the Daily Wire, Terror on the Prairie, which is awesome. And if you want to go check out this article and hear her talk about more of that type of stuff, you can definitely do that. But I want to focus on some of the cancel culture stuff here, because she is, of course, sadly, I guess you could say, an expert at having to deal with this. And this is what she has to say about cancel culture. You previously said that this film's release felt like closure of a particularly painful experience in my life, and becoming Hattie has allowed me to wear everything that I was feeling out loud. What did you mean by that? And Hattie McAllister is the character that she plays in this film. And then Carano, Terror on the Prairie, and then Carano responded and said, when I was canceled, I felt like everything was turned against me. Everything that I loved was just against me. I was fighting for my name. I just felt like everything was stripped from me. But Hattie, she's out there with her family. She's trying to be a supportive wife, but she's removed from her home, and it's hard. Everything has been stripped from her. The elements have turned against her. She and her husband aren't in the best place. They're arguing back and forth, and the baby's crying. I just felt it was a really good time for me to access the pain that I was feeling in my personal life and wear it quietly, because that's how I felt inside. It was nice that the character had that in it, and I could kind of use that as therapy, just to let my hurt show in a way that I was doing in life anyway. I think it really added to my character, which is just crazy and, powerful and everything else. And then they also asked, some people have said that cancel culture has gone too far, while others have said cancel culture is needed because it holds people accountable. As someone who experienced it, how do you feel about cancel culture? And this is what I really want to get to here with what Gina Carano has to say. I feel like cancel culture is extremely dangerous. I think it starts putting us on the line of kind of like a social credit score, and corporations are going to win that battle. They're going to win the social credit score. And we all know what the corporations are like in our culture today. Do you really want them to be the ones that are keeping check on all of that stuff? I know I don't. They're going to win the popularity battle because they have access to manipulating even the data, but they have access to manipulating the masses, whereas that robs from the individual. And Gina is completely correct about this. So I think we need to look at things more individually, case by case. I understand that some companies don't want to associate themselves with some people. I might not want to either. I understand when people are fired, but when a company's preaching about being inclusive to all people and they're not, they're just telling one side of the story, and they're alienating half of it, if not more, the country. I think that we've run into a big problem. In my case, I don't think that anything I did deserved cancel culture. I agree. I don't think that it deserved being smeared by the Hollywood press, but I understand now how that machine works. I understand how awful the media has been in perpetrating this awful bullying and lies. They can just rain that down on you and not have any of it be true. I feel like this was a genuine case of cancel culture for not towing the narrative line. Amen. That is exactly what's happening. There's consequences. You can't just act a fool with your employer. I don't think that was the case with me, but I do feel that people are speaking up for my case. And this is something that I think she's actually very spot on about, because, you know, there's things that are happening right now with some other people who definitely deserve to be looked into much more than Gina Carano did, which, you know, people like Ezra Miller, right? Like, you can take Ezra Miller, for example, who is just, you know, doing all these insane things. And, he, you know, he's just like running rampant out there and doing all these crazy things and everything else. And he is someone who definitely should be more looked into with some of this type of stuff than Gina Carano was, you know, because Gina basically she like posted her opinion and she was fired for that, which is just insane. But anyway, what she continues to say here is awesome. So the support that I've received from so many people, never in my life would I have expected something like that. I just thought life is going to be a bit harder and a little different, but so many people came to my defense, which is so awesome, and Gina deserves all of that. But even if somebody does make a mistake or something, there should be some amount of forgiveness if it was not on purpose. There should be more conversation of, let me explain to you what I mean here, or let's talk about this, so that it teaches the children and everybody else how to talk about things and they don't bully each other. And our country has no interest in doing any of that, right? Like, our country is not at a point where people want to have a conversation, especially people definitely on the left, like leftists, you know, wokesters. They don't want any conversation. They just want to just dictate every part of your life. They want to silence you. They want to cancel you. They want to shut you down. They don't want to give any grace. They don't want to give any forgiveness. They don't want to give you a chance to explain yourself or express yourself or anything like that. They want to own you. They want to destroy you. They want to silence you. And that's something that they tried to do with Gina, and Gina came out on top, and they can't stand that. So with that being said, let me know what you think about this in the comments below. I would appreciate that a lot. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about what Gina has to say here. You can go check out the rest of the article if you want to, because she has a lot of really good stuff to say in this article. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you all in another video very soon.